The king of the wolves lay badly injured, covered in blood on the frozen ground. There seemed to be no hope for his survival, but his mate, once the queen of the entire pack, refused to leave him behind. She stayed close to his chest, gently licking his wounds and caring for him. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack had already completed the transfer of power. A strong young wolf became the new king and led the pack away. Left behind were only the old king and his loyal queen. The queen knew there was no place for them under the new ruler. She had decided to remain with her mate and disappear forever beneath the blanket of snow. But then she felt the life growing inside her. She was pregnant. Inside her womb were the last descendants of her dying mate. If she returned to the pack, her pups would have little chance of survival. In wolf society, a new alpha often sees the offspring of the former leader as a threat. To save her unborn pups, she had to leave everything behind. Alone, she began a new journey. It was not just a journey, it was a race between life and death. She needed to find a safe place where her pups could be born. The task would not be easy. A journey of nearly 1,300 kilometers lay ahead of her. The most surprising part was that she did not choose the easier path. Instead of traveling through forests rich with prey, she headed toward the high and dangerous mountains. This was no mistake. She was making a wise decision. There were fewer rival wolves in the mountains, and the powerful winds at high altitudes erased her scent, making it difficult for enemies to track her. For many weeks, she crossed mountain after mountain with her heavy, pregnant body. She climbed peaks thousands of meters high and finally reached a safe location. After an exhausting journey of nearly 1,100 kilometers, the time came for her pups to be born. On a stormy, rain-filled night, she gave birth to 8 pups. But because of the long journey, hunger, and exhaustion, 2 of them did not survive. The wolf mother then made an incredibly difficult decision. She did not leave the dead pups behind. Following nature's harsh laws, she consumed their bodies to regain strength so she could produce enough milk and keep her remaining 6 pups alive.
Now, her entire world revolved around her 6 pups. But the dangers of the wild were far from over. Predators roamed nearby, and she had to remain alert every moment. Her raised fur, fierce growls, and fearless attitude were enough to warn any enemy that she would fight for her young. Time passed quickly. Before long, the pups were 2 months old. Now, they had to learn how to hunt. Because of their lack of experience, they often made mistakes. Sometimes wild boars chased them away, and other times their prey escaped at the last second. Still, their mother patiently taught them new lessons every single day. One night, the sound of a gunshot echoed in the distance. The wolf mother immediately understood that this place was no longer safe. Gathering her pups, she began another journey. On one side were rival wolves, on the other were humans. But for the future of her pups, she was willing to take one final risk. Under the cover of darkness, she carefully guided her young across roads, fields, and the edges of human settlements. It was the most dangerous escape of their lives. Finally, as the first rays of morning sunlight spread across the sky, they reached their destination. The area was rich in food, water, and safe forests. This was where her pups would begin a new life. From snowy mountains to lush green forests, this 1,330-kilometer journey was more than the story of a wolf mother. It was a story of a mother's love, sacrifice, and courage to face every danger for the sake of her children. In the natural world, few journeys are as difficult as this one. But for a mother, nothing is more important than the lives of her children.